what is the most effective crypto tax reduction tip for Canadians for long-term and I guess short-term traders?
So this goes against the previous question. And the previous question is day trader, what can they do about it? Everyone that I've met who's in crypto, they're not there for short term. They see this space as a long term. So short term and long term, the answer is because of the frequency of the trades, which can be a problem, and Canada Revenue making an argument that you are a day trader, what I would always recommend as an accountant, trust me, and I've serviced over 1,200 clients that are in crypto, the story is always the same. Mahad, I was once a holder and then I became a spot trader or I became a leverage trader. An NFT, I bought 2 NFTs, Mahad, and now I'm getting staking income. Mahad, I bought Cardano. Now all of a sudden I found out that I can make 8% APR on Exodus, right? So
to the dark side.
the story changes. So when you start with one, the individual's life cycle changes. And because of that, I would always say, have a corporation, create a living entity, and that entity should hold your cryptocurrency and do whatever you want in that corporation. Be a day trader in that corporation, a miner, a staker, take advantage of IDOs, do crypto betting through Polymarket, whatever you want to do, DeFi transactions, all that in the corporation. And that is the best advice that I'm willing to give you today, because what happens is that if you're audited, that corporation is treated as an investment corporation. And because it's treated as an investment corporation, Canada Revenue looks at the transactions of that corporation. They're not going to look at your T4 income. They're not going to send you a 37-page questionnaire and say, what do you do for a living? How much time do you have in crypto? Because everything is in the corporation. And so therefore, all your crypto transactions, whether it's short-term or long-term, as a trader or a staker, whatever the case might be, is taxed in the corporation at a lower rate. So lower rate is also the other advantageous as the reduction of tax tip. So to give you an example, for personal taxes, there are 4 tax brackets. Not many people make $500,000 on a T4. So, but if you're making, let's say 200, let's just say 150, being realistic, $150,000 a year, and you're a single person, the tax rate is about 47% tax rate. Canada has the 3rd highest tax rate in the world. So I always tell people the biggest expense that we pay is income tax. Now, what a reduction of tax, and the tip that I will give you is have your crypto in a corporation. The first $500,000, if you're a day trader, you can take advantage of the small business deduction if you're entitled to, and that's a test that we will review at Block 3. And then the tax rate on that is 12.2%. Now, do you want to pay 44% or do you want to pay 12.2%? Which one? How do you why are you in crypto, right? So do you want to build wealth and retire early? Let us show you at Block 3 how you can retire early. If you want to buy a house, let us show you how you can buy your house quicker, having a corporation. You want to pay off your mortgage? Let us show you how you could do that. So that's the best tax reduction tip that I'll give it to anyone. Doesn't matter. Canada, US, Belgium, Australia, Ireland, doesn't matter where you are. Having a corporation and having that corporation treated as an investment corporation. You could buy real estate property in that corporation. You can do options trading in that corporation. You could do whatever you want in that corporation, but you'll pay the least amount of taxes, especially for Canadians.
And to set one up in Canada, how long does that take and how much money or would it cost to set one up?
We can do them at Block 3. In fact, over the last, I would say 3 years, I've done maybe 8,000 corporations. And in those 8,000 corporations, whether the individual is in UAE or Singapore or, Canada or US, we can do them. In Canada, particularly if you're doing one, if you're making a corporation, we can have it done in 3 to 5 days. It's fairly quick. The only complications would be the name, because it has to go through Trademark Canada search. If the name is available, I can get it done in 48 hours to 72 hours. And that's how quick that is. And the cost that we charge at Block 3 to have a crypto corporation, a brand new one that comes with the share certificate, the minute book, all that is about $2,100 Canadian.
Okay, that sounds reasonable. I mean, considering how much someone else can save by having a corporation, so $2,100 is really not much. I mean, especially if you're making, well over $200,000, or actually, what would you say is the break-even point on someone who's like kind of on the fence? Like, at what point should someone say, okay, it's better to just go with the corporation?
Right. good question. The threshold, and this is something that I usually bring up. If you have more than $10,000 of crypto holdings, okay, Canadian, you should look into having a corporation, because that $10,000 will become $100,000, or it might become $500,000. Certainly, if you look at the history of even, let's say, a big crypto coin, Solana, when the FTX happened in 2021, and you bought Solana at $9, and today Solana is $247 US. If you set up a corporation and you were just buying Solana for $500, your Solana at $500 today is worth $57,000. So short and long term, you should set up a corporation if you have more than $10,000 of holdings. Now, the good thing about this, and after you have a corporation, we educate our client. So we will work with you until you have an exchange that accepts your business, your corporation. So we work with CoinSquare to make sure that you set up an institutional account. We will help you pick a bank, a Canadian bank, where when you want to off-ramp, your coins, your Canadian fiat will go into that bank account. We'll give you everything that you need. We will give you a third-party reference letter, because if you go to CoinSquare or Kraken or any exchange that you like, Index, ShakePay, and so forth, what they will tell you is that we need a third-party letter that this corporation is in good standing and is fully, compliant, right? And us at Block 3, we help you until everything is set up. We're not going to leave you in the middle of the road, because nobody is here to help you when it comes to crypto. So we do the full service, from incorporation to making sure that you have your bank account set up, to make sure that you have your exchange set up for off-ramp. And then we will take those wallets that you have, we will assign it to the corporation under Section 85 rollover. And then there you go, like, you're set. Do all your trades, do all your business then at that point, and everything will be taxed to the corporation at a lower rate. So this is what we say at Block 3. It's not what you make, it's what you keep. So let us make sure that you pay the least amount legally, and at the same time that you're able to enjoy your gains and do what you always wanted to do in terms of achieving those financial goals that you have for you or for your family and for your community and for your society.
That's awesome. Really eye-opening.